There we go. I'm on. Oh, big fish, big fish. It's a sheep, it's massive. Oh. Good morning, y'all. That's my wife, Jillian, and today we're heading out to the Norfolk side of the HRBT. And I'm excited. We're gonna try to catch some tautog, some tog, however you say it. We brought some live fiddler crabs. We're gonna drop those down. We're also gonna do a little bit of jigging, maybe see if we can find some striped bass and see if there's any flounder left in the area. So let's get out and try to catch some fish. The tidal coefficient through here today is 78. And as you can see, we're kind of Tokyo drifting our way out. We're gonna see, I believe there's a drop off here somewhere. Right there, it drops to 12, 13, okay. It's looking a little bit better. 14, yeah, there we go. I got a ½ ounce on my other rod. I might start throwing that. Yo, we're marking some bait here all the way down to the bottom. Usually that's a good condition for flounder. Speak of the devil, I got a flounder. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Oh my gosh, did y'all see that? He jumped over the net. Get in the net, get in the net. There we go. He might just barely keep. He's gonna be close. He might be like 16 on the dot. Let's see here. Nope, he's gonna be short. 15 and a half. Look at that. Beautiful flounder. You can see you don't wanna stick your finger in their mouth. These fish are flat. One side's white, one side's this spotted color. Anyways, they sit on the bottom, come up, eat, go back down. He's gonna go back down though. I caught that fish on a ½ ounce jig head and a 5-inch pearl white Zman paddle tail. I used this scented Procure. I think it helps with flounder. Sometimes they can be very picky when they do pick up a bait, and I don't know. I think they definitely hold on to it longer when you have a little bit of taste on it. Looks pretty dang good. You can see we've got some current pooling right here. It's a little bit deeper, 35 feet. I'm gonna see if there's a shallower ledge. If not, I'll retie and put on like a heavy ounce or something like that. Nice, good hook set. Another trout, eh? Dang, I just got bit too. There we go. It might be a flounder. Oh no, it's a trout. Look at that, y'all. That's a keeper trout. He's probably like 14 and a half. With these fish, you want to wet your hands. They've got protective slime that coats their body. And handling them with dry hands or a dry net or dry board can really mess that up, and it reduces their survivability. He's probably 13 and a half. He's gonna go right back in. Oh, did a little 360 on his way out. Bit dicey in here. I'm gonna try to get up to that part of the bridge there. It's definitely gonna be calmer over there, so we shouldn't have to deal with this for too long. There we go. Might be a striped bass. If it's a trout, it's a nice one. What is that? Or a red? Oh, it's a nice red. Really? Oh yeah, oh, heads up. Am I recording? Yeah, I'm recording. He smoked this 1/4 ounce too. Oh, that's a pretty fish. He's got a lot of spots. I'm trying to get him out from these rocks. He does not like it. Just keeps digging down. He's like, I've been fighting these rough conditions, man. Let me show you how tough I am. Come here, come here. There we go. Inshore slam. Y'all, this is a beautiful redfish. He's got 6 dots on that side, dark blue tail. That's a pretty fish, man. He's got 5 dots on that side. He would keep, but we're not keeping any reds today. Down he goes. Sweet. Inshore slam. Inshore slam consists of usually red drum, flounder, and speckled trout. So that will complete my slam. I caught that redfish on this 1/4 ounce jig head. It's got a loop knot that goes to my 15-pound fluorocarbon leader, and it's got a 3.5 inch Zman paddle tail on there. This is a Diawa BGMQ 2500. I've got 10-pound braid, and it's on a 7-foot medium light action rod. All right, y'all. We're gonna switch gears a little bit. We're gonna try to catch some TAUTOG. Neither of us have like specifically targeted these. I mean, we kind of did at Chesapeake, but we were really more planning on Sheephead. So I've got these sweeper jigs here, and I'm gonna start with a little bit lighter. I think this is an ounce. But yeah, got some different size sweeper jigs. Be dropping these down on my bait caster setup right here. And yeah, seeing if we can't catch a TAUTOG. I'm gonna start by dropping some fiddler crabs down along this structure here. And yeah, we're just gonna see if we can't get lucky and get us a tog. Oh, that guy almost pinched me. I'm never really sure what the correct way to hook these guys is, but I kind of just go through the back there. I try to just barely have my hook poking out. But yeah, start with that. Maybe drop along these pilings. Maybe there's some sheephead out here still too, man. Like, water temp is still in the 60s, so in theory they should still be here. So I worked my way back out to the pilings. I was dropping down and could not find any tog. I even tried moving up in the water column to see if there were any sheephead still there. Wasn't getting any luck, so I thought maybe I'd try along these rocks here. Oh, no way, we're on, bro. Oh my gosh, it's a nice sheephead. Get in the net, get in the net. No, no, not my light, not my light. No, 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 my light. Sheephead. Oh, y'all, that stinks, man. I just lost my light, but I got my first sheephead of the year. Look at that, y'all. Check that little guy out. That's a good eating size. We're gonna keep him. Bleed him out. This is my first sheephead of the year. He's gonna be tasty. So I'm fairly new to sheephead fishing, not too experienced, but as soon as I caught that fish in the shallows, my brain thought, okay, they're wanting warmer water temps, which means shallow water. So we decided to target these pilings underneath the crane out on the island. There we go, I'm on. Oh, big fish, big fish. Big fish. Oh my gosh, huge fish. What is this? Is it a sheep? It's a sheep, it's massive. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, man. Oh. Holy crap. Oh, he's pulling drag on the bait caster, y'all. I had this thing locked. It might be a black drum. Oh, it's a redfish. Redfish. Red. Y'all, this is a nice redfish here. Oh. Wow, I was not expecting that under here, man. I mean, I knew it was a possibility, but There we go. Yo, that's an overslot. Or no, he's probably like 28. Oh, y'all. He crushed that jig. Oh my gosh, I can't put my... I'm trying to get out of here. Get this guy back in the water. Well, y'all, we're underneath this giant crane right now, and we just caught an overslot red. He's probably about 27 inches, maybe a little bit. Yeah, he's probably 26, maybe 27. One giant spot on that side. Beautiful fish. Like I said, man, these things love crabs. He's gonna go right back. He's got a ton of energy. That was a fight right there. Because I have my drag locked all the way down on this. Because I've got 20-pound test, so I'm like, okay, if I hook anything, you know, I'll just pull it out. That way it can't run. Shortly after releasing that red, I ran out of crabs and decided to move out to the rocks. Goodness, that's a wave right there. I don't know if I want to get caught in this out here. I mean, that's no joke right there. If I were to take one of those wrong, I could go over. It doesn't look like much, man, but the problem with following waves in a kayak is it starts pushing you like a surfboard, and then you either go left or you go right, and then you flip, and it just rolls you over. So yeah, we're gonna try to avoid all that, especially with this cargo ship coming. He looks like he's going at good speed, but still, I don't want to take any chances here. I think Jill got a sheep's head. Let's go check it out. You think it's over? Yo, yeah. Oh, you did? How big? Nice. Yo, I can't tell you how proud of my wife I am. She's pretty incredible. She just got a beautiful tog. Jill, with her keeper tog, she did an absolutely amazing job. I'm so proud of her. She is incredible, y'all. Badass.
Very pretty.
They are pretty fish.
Scary.
Let's try to get another one. All right. Shortly after Jill put the tog in the ice box, we threw a couple of jigs looking for striped bass. We didn't find any, so we decided to head in and clean up our fish.
First tide.
Huh?
I'm just doing your little intro. Nunu is getting out the fish.
Look at those. I can't really peel back his mouth. Look at those chompers, though.
So they can crush barnacles, crabs, oysters, stuff like that. But this is a little bit smaller sheephead, but still a great one to eat. I actually preferred the smaller ones. The bigger one that we kept, the citation that Jill got, it was very firm. Still good, but it was way firmer than the smaller ones. So this is how I do it. So I come in like that, right behind his gill plate. I'm gonna take my knife and I'm gonna go and just work it right down his spine. And I'm kind of making a guide cut here for the rest of the fillet process. There we go. We're just gonna slide the knife, float it right down his spine. And try to get as much meat as you can. See, we're kind of getting over there. Now I'm angling the knife more up and continuing to go down. There we go. Poke out near his booty hole. Sheephead have a massive rib cage. Sometimes you can avoid it if you make a little bit different of a cut in the beginning. There we have it. Fillet the skin off of this one. However, the other side, I'm gonna leave the skin intact, and we're gonna cook that the half shell method at a later date. But for this taste test, we're gonna do no skin. Down the fillet here, make a small, shallow incision. Sometimes it helps to use the edge of the table. Just keep your knife angle really shallow. Just kind of work it down your skin. I always like filleting fish that have thicker scales because it helps to not miss as much meat. You can see there, I mean, there's nothing left on that. It's a piece of paper. We've got a beautiful fillet here. One thing too, it's important with saltwater fish, just pick the scales off by hand if you have any that get on your meat from cleaning it, because you don't want to use fresh water and taint this meat. I just learned that. I didn't do that as a kid, but fresh water can mess up the taste of saltwater fish, so don't spray them off, don't do any of that.
Here are the fat lips on them, and then gnarly looking teeth from them.
Oh!
I'm gonna attempt to fillet this. This is my first time filleting a tog, so we'll see how it goes. All right, just like Abel's fish, I'm gonna make an incision. I found a hard spot right here, so I know I can go under there. And I'm gonna try to save as much meat on the head as I can. Down the fish, maybe. Yep. Shallow cut along the spine. And I bled this fish yesterday as well, so I'm hoping that there's not a lot of
And that's the sound you want to hear right there. The tip of that knife just bouncing off of the spine.
Yep. I'm gonna come out the butt, go like this, right off.
Beautiful.
Very pretty. These fish are awesome because there's a lot of meat on there.
Yeah, you get really thick fillets for the size of the fish.
Going over the rib cage. I don't want to miss too much meat. Look at that.
That's a good job, Bird. First time filleting tog. Pretty good.
I'd say that was pretty good.
Skinless, boneless fillet right there. All done. All right, y'all. We have our beautiful fillets right here. We got the sheep's head on this side, TAUTOG on that side. I could be pronouncing that wrong, but you can see sheep's head has a little bit more of a bloodline. Tog, nice, clean, white, all the way through. Sheep's head again, its bloodline's really small, and we're gonna taste the fish for what it is. For seasoning, we're gonna go really simple. Adobo, complete seasoning, and lemon pepper. We're not doing anything crazy because I wanna taste both of these for exactly what they are. So keep the seasonings to a minimum. That way we can tell the difference between the two. There we go. Got our fish all seasoned up. I'm gonna go heat up the pan. Putting a little bit of avocado oil in there.
I'm gonna do a little bit of butter too.
Oh.
That's okay.
A little bit of butter too.
Pro tip, if you have stainless steel pans like us, and you wanna cook with butter, I would advise using a little bit of oil just to help your butter to not burn.
I definitely didn't do that in the last kitchen cook.
Whoopsie! I mean, it's still gonna get browned like it is now, but it's not gonna be like a super dark, burnt butter.
I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the TAUTOG and our sheep's head. There we go. Give them a flip in a couple of minutes. We're gonna go ahead and pull the sheep's head off. We're gonna let the tog go a little bit longer just because it's thicker. That looks so good. Tog's ready to come off. Look at that, y'all. That looks so good. Can't forget this little nugget.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out
Citrus
mother-in-law.
salt. All right, y'all. We've got our tog and our sheep's head here. It's time for the side-by-side taste test comparison.
Oh, wow. Fall apart.
Look at that meat, y'all. That looks good. Is it hot?
Yeah,
It's definitely
steaming.
hot.
It's still steaming.
Hopefully we don't get burned. Cheers. Mmm. Y'all,
Just falls apart in your mouth, like so
that's
tender.
good. That's gonna definitely beat. That's gonna be redfish, flounder, croaker, like I did in the last video. That's good.
And it all goes to what they eat in their diet.
Mm-hmm.
It's so soft, flaky.
Both of these fish, I mean, you saw their mouths. Both of these fish have some serious molar type teeth, and that's to break apart shells, barnacles, crabs. I mean, that's what we caught them on, is little fiddler crabs. And if you've had crab meat before, it's sweeter, it's delicious, amazing. And that's what these fish eat, so. That sheep's head is good. That was really good. I'd say 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. I don't know what could be better or how to make it any better than that. That's an amazing eating fish.
Yep.
Let's take a bite out of this tog and see how it compares. You go first.
Oh, I want a bigger slice than that, actually. All right, it's a little firmer.
It just, I mean, it just pulls right apart still though. It is, I think it is a little bit firmer. Nice, white, flaky meat is hot too.
Yeah.
Cheers. Mmm.
That's tough. I don't know which one is better.
That
one
is tough.
It's
Not
firmer.
tough. It is a little bit tougher. It is firmer for sure.
Yeah, but I was gonna say the mouthfeel is kind of like the sheep's head is a little bit more fall apart in your mouth, and this one, the tog is a little bit more like firmer.
Yeah, I feel like the tog is firm, but like as you chew it, it almost feels like it's kind of like breaking apart and disintegrating in your mouth. The texture of the sheep's head is better for sure.
The texture
is
of
way
the
better.
sheep's head is more of like crab meat, how it kind of like falls apart in your mouth. This is more like, oh yeah, this is a fish. I'm eating more of like a fish. This is more of like a crustacean type vibe.
Man, I don't know. It's tough. I need to try the sheep's head again.
I like them both. I don't know if I have a favorite. Honestly.
I was just getting ready to say the same thing.
They're really good. Both.
Okay.
Both of them are really good.
You want to give your rating first of which one's better? All right. Jill's going to hold off to give her rating for a second. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Both of these fish, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, amazing table fare. Both of these fish. The tog is way more firm than the sheep's head, like Jill said. Sheep's head is more like crab meat texture, flakes apart. This is a little bit more firm. It kind of just like disintegrates in your mouth. I don't know. It's kind of not an odd texture, but it's just different than the sheep's head. With that being said, this tastes almost exactly like crab. It is way sweeter than the tog. The flavor for me on the sheep's head, it beats tog. And it's not a landslide win, but it is better, in my opinion. In my opinion, I'm going sheep's head over tog. Both fish are absolutely incredible. Like, you give me either one of these and I'm gonna enjoy it.
I don't know. I don't think I can give my opinion now. I think I have to sit on it and come up with a actual.
So you're right now we have a hung jury.
I don't know what
Jill
to say.
is undecided.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to get back to y'all because I have no clue which one I like better, if I'm being honest.
We're gonna finish these fillets, and if the jury has decided by the time we get done, we'll update you.
Clean Plate Club.
Amazing. So good.
All right, here's the jury. All right, sheep's head, tog, very hard to compare because they're both really, really good fish. I like them both. I think the sheep's head is good on its own, sauteed like how we did in a pan. And I think it's just better by itself. I think tog also is good by itself, but if you were to do it in like a fish taco or like a beer battered way, because it is a little, the fish is a little firmer, it'll hold up better in that form of cooking. But
sounds like you're saying that TAUTOG needs a little bit of help.
I don't think the TAUTOG needs help at all. I think it's fine the way that it is. I just think that it would hold up better. Let's say you wanted a beer batter sheepshead. Maybe like the meat would fall apart and be like more soft.
TAUTOG might be more versatile than sheepshead.
Yeah, but I really do like them both. And they are hard to compare because they're just different fish, respective. So
the meat, like the thickness of the fillets, those fish were about the same size. The TAUTOG was a little bit bigger, but the TAUTOG fillet was exponentially thicker than the sheepshead.
Yeah, the yield you get off the TAUTOG is a lot more than you get off a sheepshead.
And the sheepshead are notorious for having like very large rib cages, which kind of make it difficult to fillet. So Jill's a Thai, I'm sheepshead over TAUTOG. Hope you all enjoyed this video. We went out and absolutely grinded yesterday. We spent probably 8 hours on the water, caught a lot of fish. We both caught inshore slams, as well as bonus fish. The only thing I was surprised we didn't catch was a striped bass. But yeah, super good day. If you all enjoy these types of videos, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you all so much for the support. We really appreciate it. And we'll see you next time.